Hi again, my name is Dwayne, and welcome to ECKAI Group, where we provide smart technology solutions that work for you. Today we're going to be talking about hubs, devices, and controllers. Now don't worry, we're not going on a deep technology dive here because we've promised to make things easier for the average homeowner, not more complicated. Now regardless of where technology is used, one of the sort of basic determining factors if it's appropriate or not is how easy is it to use. If you require extensive training or need to have the user manual open every time you use the tech, it's probably not the right solution. Now, that doesn't mean that it's not complicated and capable of very powerful functions. Take your smart device, for instance, your mobile phone. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure I couldn't build a smartphone on my own. There's a lot of complex technology inside there. But I do know how to use that phone, and I can use it pretty darn well. I can send emails, I can make and receive phone calls, text messages, and I can order off of Amazon with one arm tied behind my back. That is the experience of a piece of technology that I am very familiar with. I also know that I shouldn't be doing financial spreadsheets on my mobile device. I'll use my laptop for that. Now, whether you know it or not, you have the same innate knowledge of what to do on different devices. You understand the difference between a phone, a tablet, and a laptop, and you know which device you want to go to when you need to perform a certain action. Smart home technology is no different. You just may not be as familiar with the components that make it up, and that's what we're going to try and clear up today. Once you understand the reason for each component's existence, then you can embrace the ones that help you towards that smart home bliss and ignore the ones that are just going to cause you frustration. So let's talk about the three categories I mentioned: hubs, devices, and controllers. The most techie part of the smart home experience in the past few years has been definitely the hub. You may have heard of names like Wink or Samsung Smart Things or a Smart Bridge. These are all nondescript boxes that you tuck away in a closet somewhere, connect them onto your local Wi-Fi or wired internet, and you program them to talk to all the devices that you had in your home. Now, you needed to program them because different devices speak different languages. The video camera spoke a specific language. The hub would understand that and transfer it out to the internet. The doorbell spoke a different language. The hub would understand that and communicate it out to the internet. Am I losing you here? Yeah. That's why hubs have not been the magic bullet. They required too much programming. They talked about languages that, what does that mean for the average homeowner? And they just weren't appealing boxes at all. They were complex technologies capable of wonderful things, but had a lot of frustration to get there. At the other end of the experience, we have our devices. Now these you're most definitely familiar with. Names like Sonos or Ring or ECKAI. They're some of the top names that have broke through all the confusion, and they provide devices that are readily accessible, extremely functional, and can be installed pretty much by anybody with the will to do so. Now the difference is the manufacturers of these devices have taken a sort of solidarity approach in that I, as Sonos, for example, am going to build an audio speaker system. I don't care if you've got a video doorbell. I'm not going to demand that you have a video system to use my audio system, which makes kind of sense when you think about it. So with that sort of position they take, they can now build an app that sits on your mobile device, your phone or your tablet, and speaks just to their devices. This is incredibly powerful. They can focus on the user experience for the functionality that they're delivering with their devices. Now, if you've got a Sonos speaker, an ECKAI thermostat, and a Ring video doorbell, does that mean you have a smart home? I'll pull the band-aid off quickly. No, you don't have a smart home, I'm sorry. You've got a lot of really cool devices, but they're completely unaware of each other and incapable of doing anything beyond what they're explicitly programmed to do. When you leave your house and the video doorbell sees you leaving, it can't tell your Sonos speaker to stop playing the music. Because why would you keep playing music if you're not home? This type of interrelated activity has long been the promise of the connected smart home. And it's been really challenging because, again, those hubs were difficult to program. The different languages from the different devices were not always capable of speaking to each other through the same hub or different hubs. It's really been a mess of trying to figure this all out for all but the most determined technology people out there. So each device has focused on its own app or controller, and that's essentially what it is. It's a controller. But what if we wanted to have a different type of controller, something that can talk to all the devices? Well, this is where inroads have been made in the past couple of years. Amazon and Google have done a pretty good job with their voice services. You can ask Alexa or Google to find devices in your home if they're on the same network, and often they will find them, but sometimes they don't. And if you need to go into one of those apps to add it manually, people that have done that can tell you how frustrating an experience that can be. Apple's HomeKit, they're trying to do the same thing. But again, you've got to be careful which devices you add into that ecosystem, because if they aren't Apple HomeKit friendly, they're not going to work on that system. And if you want to do more than just the basic functionality of each device, you need to add on some extra components that Apple is not too clear on sometimes of what exactly you need to make them work. So with so many great individual devices now out there with amazing functionality at affordable prices and new apps that people are really starting to understand how to use, we've seen the rise of this new controller that's coming out. And one of the most exciting on the market today is the Brilliant controller. It's capable of being a device. It mounts on your wall like a light switch, but with a 5-inch LCD screen. And it gives you the functionality of a device right there built in, but also of a hub so that it can see the other devices in your network and help them talk to each other. You can program that audio to come on when your video doorbell sees you come home, so it's playing when you walk through that door. It's a very exciting proposition, and I really look forward to talking more about it in future episodes. Because you deserve to have the best that technology has to offer. And you deserve to have that technology work, and work for you. So click on our link just down here below the video and get a free PDF from our website on hubs, devices, and controllers. It explains what we've talked about in this episode a little bit more and helps you understand, again, which ones to embrace and which ones you might want to ignore. Having the right components mixed into your smart home system is always that difference between smart home bliss and the eternal frustration. And please join us next time when we take a deeper dive on the Brilliant controller, and we'll talk through the features that it offers and highlight the importance of each and how amazing this is to the modern smart home evolution. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.